Hey there, you are at the near Wyckoff analysis session, and we'll quickly look at where near is heading, because when I look at the charts it seems like the accumulation is kind of near where it starts to get to new distribution, meaning a new buying climax. So let's quickly take a look. Here, 2 weeks ago we put in these tags. We say, hey, the sign of strength has appeared, and over the past 2 weeks there are some minor track back, and this week we have a little bit of green. It's all normal actions after a sign of strength for multiple assets and cycles, and if you are in my other sessions, you notice this is absolutely something that's naturally happen always. So now it's the point where we are getting towards the backup or last point of support before the new distribution cycle happens. So what I mean is here, like what happened back in February 2024. So why I'm saying this, if I look at the Bollinger Band Kona squeeze, currently the price has entered a squeeze zone. Whenever it happens, it means there will be a bigger price move. So back in October 2024, that's when the squeeze happened, and the price was at the lower half of the channel, and that's when the price shoots up. But also, when or if a squeeze happen, it can go the other way as well. So my read is, if the price is at the upper half of the channel, then the likelihood of it going down is higher than the other way around when the squeeze happens. So likewise here, so the price was at lower half of the channel when the squeeze happened, and that's when we have the price surge upwards. So it's not always one-sided. So this was a crazy surge, crazy squeeze over here back in March 2022, and it was at the very top of the channel, and that's why we see a massive price drop over there. So long story short, a squeeze doesn't mean direction, but where the price is at particular level within the channel may give a better indication of the likelihood. So as of this moment, the price is at the lower half of the channels, and the squeeze is happening. It's squeezing very, let's say squeezing a lot. If you look at the purple lines within the orange, it's like only 75% of the width of the orange channel. So there is a chance between now and our next session in 2 weeks time, the price would already be searching somewhere at near $4. So by means of $4, why did I say that? Is because that's the level of the automatic rally here, the AR, back in mid-May. So it's actually $3.50 or 40, depending on where we move the line. So if we go all the way to the tip of the wick, that's $3.40. But if we take the P as this exchange of candles, tail and head over here, that's near $4 almost. So it all depends on which point we take reference to. If we drag it all the way to the last sign of strength back in 2023, that's getting closer and closer to $4 if I take the wick at the top. So that's why I say, because it's 2 weeks time, so potentially there is a chance for it to test that sign of strength level back in 2023. If you are a bull or in a bull team, hopefully that happens for you. If you're the bear, it doesn't mean there's zero chance for a test to come back down, just that when I look at there's a squeeze and we're at the lower side of the channel, that's why I say the likelihood may go to the bulls. So let's go to the micro. Here we see So last week we say maybe we're going through a backup last point of support period. Indeed, the price did not go very deep compared to where we had our test. So it went to a level similar to what we had the selling climax back in early March over here on the left. So now, if this really is starting a new upward channel, so these were the previous channels that finished already. So if this really happens, like in tandem with the price climb here in the weekly, we'll be seeing a new distribution cycle both in weekly and daily. So this can go all the way to a new buying climax. So I'll stick the buying climax here. We'll expect a PSY period. Obviously, that's the intermediate stage between the end of accumulation to the buying climax. So whether the climax would go as high as back in 2024 or March 2024, so there were two peaks, one back in March, second December, both 2024. And this time it has been accumulating for quite an extended period, but the thing is it accumulated at a level much lower than the accumulation back in 2024. So a price surge to the same level back in December 2024 needs a lot of demand to drive that percentage change, because from the low point in 2024 August to, one second, yeah, that's what I need, to the buying climax, that was 128%, almost 130% climb. Well, if I use the lowest point of the selling climax to the peak of the buying climax, that's 160% roughly. So if from the lowest point of the test to 160%, that's around $4.76. That's about the level of the midpoint of the accumulation back in 2024. If it has to retest the buying climax level back in December last year, that means it has to go 350% higher. So that's why I say it needs a crazily high demand compared to what happened back in last year to get to that level. So keep in mind of that while we are hoping for a distribution cycle to come. More reasonable or intermediate point to think about is this $6 mark, because that's where a lot of support and resistance happens within 2024 before the price peaked at various time range. So it's going to be a tricky ride for near while we're hoping for a price surge to come where the accumulation finishes. Don't forget, it can always go the other